Hello all! Hi, my name is Colby, and I'm from Bulbous Media. I'm here to present to you a very special Halloween edition of Colby's Pumpkin Carving Studio. I'm not a professional pumpkin carver. I don't come from a long line of pumpkin carvers. I don't care. I like to do it, so I'm gonna get the pumpkin. This here is your standard pumpkin. I got this at Trader Joe's. So I'm gonna start carving it now. I've got these supplies. I believe I got these from Joann Fabric. Wonderful institution. And a lot of the time they've got stuff there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take what looks to be the coolest knife of the bunch, this one. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna well, actually, sorry, before I start, I need to wash my hands. I've got two bowls here. This is for the guts, and this is my hand washing station. So you have to sanitize your hands before you touch the pumpkin so you don't kill it. You go like, and you hold your hand like this, and I'm gonna make the first incision. So what a lot of people don't know about carving pumpkins is that it's actually really, really hard. Because a lot of the time, there's a lot of feelings involved. When you start carving a pumpkin, you don't know exactly where it's going to come out, and it sort of becomes this artistic expression that you need to be able to hone in on yourself and just kind of like look to see like, where do I want to take, like, this is mine. I mean, truthfully, there's nothing, the only thing like carving a pumpkin is raising a child. Tangentially a dog, maybe. This particular pumpkin I've had in my car for the last couple of weeks. Similar to raising a child, pumpkins often have a very distinct smell to them. Sort of like a stink bug that doesn't care about how they smell. I don't like stink bugs very much. So this is a very important part of the process. So what you do is you cut the top open. This allows you to get inside the pumpkin, really get in there. As you can see, when you take its head off, there are its internal organs along with its reproductive organs, the seeds you can see. There's a lot of things we can do. What I'm gonna do for my own sake, and this is something I do not recommend you do because it doesn't work very well. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of shave off this with a knife. I'm still gonna use the one that looks the coolest because the other ones I don't think look very cool. So what I'm gonna dispose of them into the bowl I have made for the guts. If I want to, I can later use these as a snack. Pumpkin seeds are highly delectable and often very high in taste and goodness. I recommend a very mild and subtle garlic seasoning, but you don't have to do that, especially if you are afraid of hurting your vampire neighbors. Sorry, that's Halloween humor. I thought that was funny. Hold on. So I'm going to move my pumpkin top over to the side here. I'll place my knife on what I want to do now is as you can see, the inside is full of its internal organs. I'm going to take the scoop spoon Once again, Joann fabric. They have a little thumb holder for your thumb there. That's nice. I believe this is made for adults to help their children carve pumpkins. Simply due to the nature of the weapons. They are quite intense. I'm going to begin gutting the pumpkin. Gutting the pumpkin is a lot like... Let's see. It's a lot like if you've ever gutted a person. Ooh. Smells similar too. Or maybe... I don't know, fillet a fish. There's similar technique in that what you do is you kind of go at it as hard as humanly imaginable, and it'll just kind of work out for you. It's important when making a jack-o'-lantern pumpkin that you get it as clean as you want on the inside, because as you may or may not know, the whole point of the jack-o'-lantern is to keep Samhain's devil beings away from your household and your family. And to do that, you must light it on fire. Now, it is one of the devil's tricks when carving pumpkins to make the candles that are within light the guts on fire as they dry out. You know, a lot of the time they say not to put your jack-o'-lanterns out too early, especially because of... you know, stray demons that may come prior to the Festivus, or miscellaneous wildlife. That is bullshit. Never be too careful. I mean, frankly, I would have Halloween decorations out, and, you know, especially jack-o'-lanterns out year-round just to protect myself and my family. But that's... neither here nor there. I'm well aware that the general public is not ready to accept that as a legitimate form of home security, so, you know, whatever. Let's see here. Ugh. It's important to not care about hurting the pumpkin itself. You know, it is a part of the process, unfortunately, for the pumpkin. Sometimes I like to sing little songs to myself when I'm doing something this monotonous. I don't know any... I like that song, "I'm a Believer" by the Monkees. I like the Smash Mouth cover from the film Shrek. See, it's funny because when you keep going and you keep carving the pumpkin, you kind of realize that there are just never going to be spots that'll become completely clear, and that's where the devil tries to get you, because they try to dry out your pumpkin and light a fire, and they want to enter your home. Rat bastards. A lot of the time, what a lot of people don't understand about carving pumpkins is that it's really important to kind of hug the edges. A lot of the time, that can lead to a thinner side that you would be carving into. And that could be good or bad. You know, a lot of people don't agree that that's the way to go, but I think it can never hurt to be too thin as far as pumpkins go. Another technique is the rapid scrape. That kind of mangles it. This pumpkin's had a hard few weeks. I'm glad it's finally going to be able to fulfill its glorious purpose. Okay. So now, I believe I have... Ooh. Sam Hain almost got me. There you go. Devil plays his tricks. God-fearing men fall for them. But I do not fear God. One moment. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is one moment. I need to. So now what we're gonna do is we are going to carve the pumpkin a face. There are a couple things that when pumpkin carving was first invented, people were trying to achieve. Some were looking for friends, others lovers. Some people were looking for ways to scare crows, which eventually developed into scarecrows. A lot of the time, what the point of a jack-o'-lantern is to make the scariest jack-o'-lantern imaginable to frighten the characters that are out to get you in the nighttime on All Hallows Eve. Now, Joanne Fabric has put in this crayon to draw the face prior to carving. This does not align with my beliefs about pumpkin carving. I will not be using this. Right. So next, we've carved the pumpkin. We've gutted the pumpkin. We now have to look for the right side to make the face on. So I'm gonna just take a hearty look around, see if there's any. Okay, I like this side. It's bulbous. Up. So what I'll do now is I'll present to you the face. In theory, it will be a scary face. I'll do it right now. So now I get to use some of the more fine-tuned tools that have come with this set. Very kindly, these two are the same. That's redundant. This is a hole poker. I don't know what that is for. And this is a slightly... This one has a larger handle and a smaller blade. I'm going to be using this one to begin. So I will be going with a classic look. Something that you go walking by a household on All Hallows Eve and say, hey, you know what? That is a pumpkin. I'm thinking triangles for eyes. So I'm not going to write it out as I have disposed of my crayon. I'm not going to draw it. I'm just going to have some fun with it. I'm going to go for it. So I'll be making the first. There we go. Sorry, sometimes my hand doesn't work. Okay. So, as many of you may know, triangles have three sides to them. Three being the Latin word for try. Now, it's important not to add too much character to your pumpkin or your jack-o'-lantern because that will create a form of attachment. And as you know, on November 1st, it is important that you sacrifice all of your pumpkins to the wildlife nearby. That looks like shit. Hold on. I don't love that. Hold on. Sorry, gang. Ooh, that's uneven. Hold on. Maybe I'll... Ooh. Okay. Eesh. Oh god. Oh. Ooh. I'll go back to that. Okay. So I've now done the right eye of the pumpkin. It's not exactly a triangle. It's fine. I'm gonna move on to the left eye, making a similar incision. There we go. Now, as I was saying, it's important not to make your pumpkin too detailed. It's important not to fall in love with it. Because sometimes these bastards like to tell you things that they know you're gonna like. Oh. Okay. There we go. I've now done the right eye. I've now done the left eye. Oof. I'm gonna move on to the nose. Now, the nose is probably the most important part of the pumpkin. It is what allows it to breathe. Because you must have a good cross flow going if you want the fire to burn all night. I am going to make a typical jack-o'-lantern triangled nose. Huh. This doesn't align with what I was hoping for. Ooh, okay. Okay. All right. The nose is complete. I'm now going to move on to the mouth. Now the mouth is the hardest part because you need to give it an open voice. I believe I'm going to go with the classic like spooky smile, similar to what we're seeing here. Let's just go for it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go at a certain angle here, not too sharp, but I will then dig in to make a sort of fang. Over a little bit. Seems like this pumpkin's got a little bit of an overbite. This is really gonna scare. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Here I was thinking I'm not good enough. This is great. Go. Excellent. So as you can see, my pumpkin is complete. It is terrifying. So now, finally, you take the top and you place it exactly where it is meant to be. Wet your hands with your cleaning bowl. Shine your pumpkin. Make sure it knows. And this is how you make a jack-o'-lantern. It was excellent helping you all, and I hope that this has been fruitful for you. Thank you. Oh, and happy Halloween.